Shalom, friends. We are about to enter into one of the most significant times on the biblical calendar, known as the Yamim Noraim, the days of awe, or the Jewish high holidays. These times should be significant for all of us. Think about it for a moment. Every major event in the life of Yeshua, that's Jesus, happened on a biblical Jewish holiday. And he celebrated all of them with his disciples. So if it was important to him, it should be important to us. And I believe that as we learn to live in alignment with the times in the season, it ushers into a flow of blessing into our life and helps us to have a deeper understanding and revelation of the person and the work of Messiah. The first of these fall holidays is known as Yom HaTorah, the Feast of Trumpets, or Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. And it is a time that is auspicious. It is the day on which Jewish tradition tells us that Sarah, who was barren for so many years and who was waiting for that promised son along with Abraham, it was on Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, that she was able to conceive Isaac. Isn't that amazing? It was also the day on which the matriarch Rachel was able to conceive Joseph. And it was the day on which Hannah, who had also been barren for so long, was able to conceive Samuel, who'd later become one of the great prophets of Israel. But on all the days of the year, why did God choose this day in particular? He chose this day because this was a day in Jewish Hebraic thought that God created the first man and woman, Adam and Eve. And how do we commemorate this day? We commemorate this day through the blowing of the shofar. And just like we breathe our breath into the ram's horn, it produces this great sound that is meant to instill awe and faith in our hearts. It reminds us that on this day, God breathed life into the first man and woman, which is what separates us from all the other creatures of the world. Rosh Hashanah is a day of life and of blessing. But the question that all of us need to ask ourselves is, do we have the faith to believe God for the promises? I believe this is a time where God wants to bring us from barrenness to birthing. We got to believe in order to conceive. And the question is, how strong is your faith? The sound of the shofar is meant to increase our emunah. It's meant to increase our faith so that it's certain and strong. Friends, don't be like Sarah, who laughed at the promises the first time she heard it, but have the faith to laugh with God. And if you do, I believe at this season, God will breathe new life into you, new blessing. He'll breathe on you like he breathed on the dry bones, and he will bring great hope and blessing for you and your family. Shalom, shalom.